Do you want to go over your schedule?
I mean, I guess.
You have a week in Paris, Milan, and then London.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that. Someone calls me with more bad news like every 5 minutes. It's just...
Uh-oh.
Corey, I'm not getting it.
What's happening?
By myself. Corey, please, shut up. No, I'm sorry. You did.
What are they yelling about? It's an emergency. Go get Kendall.
The small village of Dolton, Illinois, has found itself at the center of an intense political scandal, with Mayor Tiffany Henyard becoming the focal point of a series of accusations that have left the community in shock. Henyard, once a figure of hope and change, now faces serious allegations of corruption, mismanagement, and abuse of power, prompting residents and critics to question how much longer she can hold onto her position. One of the most shocking claims to surface is that Henyard allegedly orchestrated the theft of over $2 million in public funds. This money, intended for community development and vital services, has reportedly disappeared under her leadership. Trustee Chris Gonzalez has accused Henyard of channeling the money into questionable contracts, lavish trips, and personal expenses, forcing Dolton's residents to pick up the tab. At a recent meeting, Gonzalez condemned the mayor's actions as a betrayal of public trust. This has sparked outrage among the community, and tensions between the mayor and the village trustees are high, with each public gathering escalating in hostility. The situation has only worsened with accusations that Henyard has been using taxpayer money to enhance her own image rather than investing in the needs of the village. Over the summer, banners with Henyard's face and the slogan "Super Mayor" were placed along a major road. Although this might sound like a harmless promotion, the banners were never approved by the trustees, and the vendor who created them claims the village has yet to pay nearly $20,000 owed for the work. When workers were instructed to take down the banners, Henyard reportedly called the police, demanding that charges be pressed against those involved. In body camera footage, Henyard can be heard telling the police to arrest those removing government property. Though the police returned the banners to her, the incident only added to the growing list of public embarrassments. As if things weren't bad enough, residents have begun to speak out during public meetings, frustrated with Henyard's leadership. One resident called the banners ugly and questioned why the community had to pay for what they saw as self-promotion. Others criticized her for focusing more on her image than on the pressing issues facing the village, such as a $3 million budget deficit. They've even gone so far as to demand she step down. Adding to the chaos, Henyard is now also facing an eviction lawsuit. She and her boyfriend are accused of failing to pay rent, even though their combined salaries exceed $300,000 a year. The landlord claims they stopped paying rent in August and, in retaliation, changed the locks and garage code, preventing any access for maintenance. Henyard is now facing legal action over unpaid rent and has yet to respond publicly to the full extent of the landlord's accusations. Despite all the controversy surrounding her, Henyard has responded to criticism with defiance. At a recent village board meeting, she addressed the crowd saying, "A lot of you come to this mic talking about nothing. When you talk about Tiffany Henyard, it means you're really a fan of mine, and I appreciate that." Her bold and unapologetic attitude has only added to the perception that she may be out of touch with the people she serves. The drama doesn't stop there. Henyard's appointment of a new police chief has sparked yet another legal battle. Ronald Burge, whom she selected as the interim chief, is reportedly not in compliance with state regulations. The Illinois Law Enforcement Training and Standards Board has stated that Burge is inactive due to missing paperwork and failure to meet requalification standards. Despite these warnings, Henyard has refused to remove him, further complicating her leadership. With all these scandals and legal battles surrounding her, it remains unclear how much longer Henyard can continue to hold her position as mayor. Her actions have divided the village, and whether she can recover from this mess or if her political career will crumble is yet to be seen. For now, Dolton's residents are left questioning the leadership they have been given. Mayor Tiffany Henyard's time in office has become the center of a political storm in Dolton, Illinois. The small town is now dealing with accusations of corruption, mismanagement, and a lack of transparency under her leadership. These issues have grown so serious that the village is questioning whether she can remain in office. One of the most serious accusations against Henyard involves over $2 million in public funds. Trustee Chris Gonzalez has claimed that the mayor misused these funds, meant for community services, by directing them to questionable contracts and personal expenses. He believes the money was used for luxury trips and other personal perks, while the town's basic needs were ignored. This claim has caused outrage, and residents are frustrated by what they see as a betrayal of public trust. Tensions at public meetings continue to rise, with more and more residents questioning the mayor's actions. The situation has only become more complicated. Henyard has been accused of using taxpayer money for her own self-promotion. For example, she had banners featuring her face and the phrase "Super Mayor" displayed along a major road in Dolton. While this might sound harmless, these banners were not approved by the village trustees, and the company that made them claims they haven't been paid nearly $20,000. When the banners were taken down, Henyard allegedly called the police, demanding that charges be filed against the workers. This incident has added to the growing list of embarrassing moments for the mayor. Despite all the criticism, Henyard continues to defend her actions. She has tried to shift the focus to her controversial proposal for a 100% homeowner tax refund in Thoron Township. This move, which she announced without offering much detail, has left many confused. Critics like trustee Chris Gonzalez have questioned how this could work, especially when the village is already dealing with a large budget deficit. Residents are skeptical, with some even suspecting that this is just a tactic to win votes before the upcoming elections. Alongside these financial issues, Henyard's administration is also facing accusations of withholding important financial records. Former Chicago Mayor Lori Lightfoot, who was hired to investigate Dolton's finances, criticized Henyard for not cooperating. Without access to proper documentation, it's hard to know where the village's money has gone or if any of it can be recovered. This has left residents feeling uncertain about the future of their community. The trustees, in response, are taking legal action to limit Henyard's power. They have filed lawsuits to block her from making decisions without their approval, such as hiring new people for key positions or spending large amounts of money. Trustee Jason House, who is also running against Henyard for mayor, believes their efforts are necessary to restore order in the village. However, Henyard still holds significant power, making it clear that the fight for Dolton's future is far from over. Amidst all the controversy, Henyard has announced that she plans to run for re-election. In a post on Facebook, she promised to continue fighting for Dolton, but many residents aren't convinced. One trustee running against her in the upcoming election stated that the community is tired of her leadership. With mounting protests and investigations, it's unclear how much longer Henyard can hold on to her position. The situation has drawn national attention, and some have even questioned why she hasn't faced legal consequences yet. Many people are demanding accountability from public officials, especially when taxpayer money is involved. As the investigations continue, the pressure on Henyard to answer for her actions grows stronger. The future of Dolton remains uncertain, and it's unclear whether Henyard will survive this storm of controversy or if it will ultimately bring her down.